In this tutorial, we will examine the terrain foliage layer. It is used for planting the fields and the terrain. We start with the Giants editor and look for an empty space where we'd like to create a field. Next, we switch on Terrain Foliage Paint mode on top. As with the other tools to work the terrain, here too the mouse arrow becomes a paintbrush. We also open the Terrain Editing panel and now deal with the foliage layer part. In order to paint the surface on the field, we switch the foliage layer to Terrain Detail. In the foliage channel, the bit 0 is active at this time. The bit flags serve to determine which texture is to be painted in the foliage layer. Bit 0 is the cultivated texture. Bit 1 is the plowed texture. Bit 2 is the planted texture. And bit 3 is the texture for the potato furrows. These 4 bits must not be activated at the same time, as this might cause errors. Bits 4 to 6 may be applied additionally to one of the first 4 bits. Bit number 4 adds fertilizer to the selected texture. With bit 5 alone, the texture turns counterclockwise by 45 degrees, with bit 6 by 90 degrees. Both bits together turn the texture by 45 degrees in the opposite direction. Let us now paint a planted and a fertilized field on our terrain. After having finished, we would like to plant some crops. This functions in exactly the same manner. We change the foliage layer to our crop choice, for example, wheat. Bit 0 is set accordingly. Bits 0 to 3 define the various fruits. However, since the layer selection sets the correct bits already, we should not modify bit 0 to 3. Then we have here bits 4 to 7, which define the growing stage of the crop, depending on how these bits are selected. A list with the various bit flags is stored on the DVD. In order to access them, you simply press the File Link button below in your Giants video player. If we would like to plant full-grown wheat, we activate bits 4 and 6. Now we can completely plant our field and prepare it for harvest. The various types of crop will in part feature differing values for the growth stage. As an example, let us select grass. We can now paint it with bit 6 as fully grown. After considerable map changes, it is generally recommended to use a new save game in Farming Simulator 2013. If the foliage layer has been modified, it becomes imperative, as otherwise the new foliage will not be shown in-game.